My name is Urbashi Mitra. I am the Gordon S. Marshall Chair in Engineering at the University of Southern California. I have appointments in the departments of Electrical and Computer Engineering, as well as Computer Science. I like to think of my research as being at the nexus of information, inference, and intelligence. My research group uses communication theory, information theory, structured statistics, decision making, and control in order to design and optimize large-scale wireless networks. We look at a variety of applications, including wireless communications, cognitive radio, biological systems, as well as epidemiological problems. A couple of the projects that I'm working on right now that I'm very excited about include looking at this optimization of very large-scale wireless networks. We're trying to adapt modern methods of machine learning in order to solve this problem. And one of the new things that we've come up with is a new method by which we can improve learning rates in reinforcement learning quite dramatically. A unique project that we have right now is that in microbiology. So we're actually using large-scale wireless networks and communication theory in general as a lens by which to look at microbial communities. The idea is to think of each bacterium in the system like a wireless node or an agent, and see if we can use communication and information and decision theories to see if we can understand how these microbial communities work. There are a number of things that I really treasure about my job as a professor of electrical and computer engineering. The first is that I'm essentially paid to learn, in the sense that my job is to continually investigate new areas, try new things, learn new strategies and new theories, and apply them to problems that are of interest to me. The second thing that's amazing about this particular job is the fact that I get to interact with some of the best minds in the world. This is both through my colleagues at USC and also in terms of the work that I do outside of the university, but also through the students who I get to interact with in classes as well as through research. Being in academia also gives me the opportunity to work on some perhaps unconventional, not expected applications like the microbiology. ComSoc has continued to play a really important role in my career, both from the technical perspective, but also it's a place where I do a lot of my professional service. And I've really enjoyed the opportunity to interact with these top communication theorists, but also in this service role, and see the way in which they so strongly support ComSoc. I've always had a diverse set of mentors, and I think it's important to know that each mentor you have is going to be excellent for advice along a particular axis, maybe two, maybe three, but not maybe all of the directions in which you need advice. Because I feel very strongly about increasing the number of women in electrical engineering and engineering in general, I do actually take part in a lot of mentorship activities professionally and at USC. ComSoc is where I connect because this is where my career started. My first conference was at PIMRC in Boston, and I really relished the opportunity to talk about my dissertation research to this amazing set of communications technologists. The one piece of advice I would give to someone starting out in their career right now is to have the courage to ask some bold questions and try out some risky ideas. Definitely, you want to have a portfolio of different things that you're studying and investigating at one time. But I think we've become a little too conservative in the kinds of questions we approach. And I know certainly that when I was a young person, I often worried about whether I would have enough ideas or whether they would be good enough. But I've now realized that actually the ideas do flow. And if you do pursue something that is a little risky, potentially unconventional, the outcomes can pay off tremendously. And so be bold.